In Lesson 8, I'm going to show you how to use the screen capture tool. The screen capture tool can be found up here in the toolbar. When you click on it, looks like a camera. You can actually capture anything on your computer screen like you're taking a picture. So think camera and taking a picture. So you have different options, and notice when I hover over, it'll allow me to just do a rectangular area, or I can capture the screen, the full screen. I can capture the window, or I can freehand capture just drawing around. So I'm going to show you an example of what that might look like. So let's say one reason you might want to capture is to have story props for kids to retell stories on the smartboard. So here's a little sheet that I found on Kids Club, and what I can do is I can capture this real simply by clicking on the tool and just going across. The problem is if I were to do this, let me show you. If I were to click on the rectangular tool and I wanted, look how my bear is getting in the way of that one. When it captures, it goes in here, and so now I have this piece. I don't really want that, do I? So the best way to capture this section is through the freehand draw. So when you click on the freehand capture, you just go, and this sometimes is hard to get used to, but you're just going to go around with your mouse like so. And then when it captures it, it will put it in, and now look how it looks. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to right click on this, set my background. Let's say I wanted this to be a real pretty blue color like the sky. Now notice that when it's, let's make it a little darker so you can see it better. Notice that there's this white, background. You don't want that. Well, when I click on picture transparency, when I right click on that image and I pick picture transparency, it will allow me to set my transparency. So when I click inside that white section and set the transparency, now I've got a little bit better look to it. The problem is I can actually maybe get that even better. What I like to do is, let me change that back to no fill, is I actually like to take that and capture it again with the rectangular tool, set the transparency, click on the inside, set transparency. Now let's try a background and see what it looks like. See how that looks a little better? So usually that's what I do when I have to free draw something. Now let's go back to the Kids Club, and here I can just do the rectangle. I don't have to do the hand drawn because there's nothing in its way. So when I do that, it's just perfect. And notice I can move things around just like so. So that's a great little tool. This, the screen capture, full screen capture is just what it means. I can capture my screen. It says, please select the display you would like to capture. Let's say I wanted to capture that. No, it didn't let me. Notice how I've got the red around, so it's showing that I'm going to capture that whole screen. Click OK, and when it comes up, you can see my whole screen. So there might be reasons that you would want to show your whole screen if you're doing, a lot of times I do that to show how to do stuff on the computer. So just different things that you would want to do with the screen capture tool. One of my favorite tools in Smart. I use it not only to create lessons for Smart, but I use it in other ways as well.